on this episode of American Travelers. We're in Jonesborough, Tennessee, visiting Janice at the Chester Inn Museum.
I made a new friend. Janice, you're born and raised here.
Yes.
And this is your town.
It's my town.
It's your town. And I want you to tell me a little bit about this town and what you did here.
Oh, okay. My husband and I are both from Jonesborough. We graduated high school at Jonesborough High School and went to college, and then he went in the Air Force, and we were gone for like 8 years. And then we came back home because Jonesborough is our home. But for many years, I was a librarian here downstairs at the Chester Inn Museum. It was you would think Jonesborough, a small town, that it would be boring. It wasn't. We had, I was also in charge, and I did some of the children's programs. And there was a guy that used to walk up and down the street, and he was dressed in black. And I thought, well, I'm going to talk to him and see if he will participate in 3 Billy Goats Gruff, because I was going to do a little play with the kids. So he said, well, sure. So he got back here and got under the bridge. So I took the kids up through here, and we're reading the book and the whole story and everything. So we got back up here, and they all were on the bridge, and he jumped out. Wasn't what I anticipated. When he jumped out, all the kids screamed and took off everywhere. It took me about 30 minutes to find them all, to get them back together.
Isn't that funny? That's a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some other funny stories, some that you told me, about the author. Somebody was looking for an author.
Yes. I had somebody come in one evening, and they wanted a book by Julius Verne. So I'm sitting there for a minute, and I said, oh, Jules Verne. So I found him 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's a good one. And you told me one more. Tell me that one.
Some girl, and she came in one afternoon, and she was wanting a book on the Dead Sea squirrels. So, and I'm sorry, but it was so hard not to laugh, but I did not laugh. So I basically took her hand and showed her where the book was so she could see it was the Dead Sea squirrels. Yeah, I got it right.
This town is like Mayberry RFD, walking back in time. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's such a safe little town, and we try to keep something going on all the time to get people into town. Because at one time it was just kind of dying out. Like I said, Johnson City was getting so big, and a lot of the stores here in town just kind of died out. So we decided to market and advertise our town as the oldest town in Tennessee, plus the Storytelling Festival.
That's right.
So that really got people into town, and that was very, very helpful.
You say that you don't have a Tennessee accent. You don't hear it.
Well, people do say I have a Southern accent, but I tell them that I read books by Southern authors, and that's where I picked it up.
Janice, you're great. I love you. I love you. You are the essence of this town and Tennessee hospitality.
Well, thank you.
And I get it now.
Thank you.
I really get what that means.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks for watching American Travelers.